My friend, as you settle into this sacred moment between day and night, I want you to know something profound about what's happening within you right now. You've found your way here not by accident, but because your soul recognizes this as the time when the noise of the conscious mind begins to quiet and the deeper intelligence within you awakens. You see, there's something remarkable about this transition into sleep that most people never fully understand. Your subconscious mind, this incredible processing center that runs every function of your body, that beats your heart without you thinking about it, that heals your cuts and regulates your breathing. This same intelligence is about to become your most powerful ally in creating the life you truly desire. For the past 20 years, I've studied the biology of belief, the science of how our thoughts literally reshape our cellular structure. And what I've discovered is that during these precious hours of sleep, something miraculous occurs. The analytical mind that questions everything, that doubts and resists and says, "But what if?" That mind steps aside, and in that space of surrender, your subconscious becomes incredibly receptive to new information, new possibilities, new ways of being. Right now, as you begin to relax, your brain waves are shifting from the beta state of daily thinking into alpha, theta, and eventually delta. These slower brainwave states are like golden doorways into your deepest programming. In these states, the same states you naturally enter every night, your mind becomes like fertile soil, ready to receive whatever seeds you choose to plant. Think about this. Every single night of your life, your subconscious has been working. It's been processing the events of your day, consolidating memories, and most importantly, it's been reinforcing whatever beliefs and expectations you've been holding. If you've been going to sleep worried about money, your subconscious has been programming for scarcity. If you've been falling asleep feeling lonely, it's been reinforcing that pattern. But tonight is different. Tonight, you're going to work with this natural process consciously. You're going to give your subconscious mind new information, new feelings, new possibilities to work with while you sleep. And because the subconscious doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined, it will begin reshaping your reality from the inside out. Your body doesn't know the difference between an experience that's happening and one that you're feeling into with complete emotional involvement. When you imagine something with enough detail and emotion, your nervous system responds as if it's actually occurring. This is why visualization is so powerful, especially in this relaxed state you're entering now. As you continue to settle deeper, I want you to feel into the truth of what I'm sharing with you. You are not at the mercy of random circumstances. You are not a victim of your past programming. You have within you right now the ability to plant new seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Seeds that will grow into new experiences, new opportunities, new realities while you sleep. Now, let me share with you the fascinating science of what's happening in your brain right now, because understanding this will help you trust the process completely. As you move deeper into relaxation, your brain begins producing different types of electrical patterns, different frequencies that serve very specific purposes. In your normal waking state, your brain operates primarily in beta waves, cycling at 13 to 30 hertz. This is the frequency of analysis, of logic, of the thinking mind that plans and worries and judges. But as you relax, something beautiful begins to happen. Your brain starts slowing down into alpha waves, 813 hertz, the frequency of relaxed awareness, of creativity, of open receptivity. And then as you move even deeper towards sleep, you enter theta, 48 hertz, the realm of deep meditation, of subconscious programming, of profound healing. This is where shamans journey, where mystics receive visions, where your deepest transformation occurs. Finally, in deep sleep, you reach delta, 0.5 to 4 hertz, the frequency of regeneration, of cellular repair, of connection to the collective unconscious. Here's what's remarkable. In these slower brainwave states, particularly theta, your brain becomes incredibly neuroplastic. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to reorganize, to form new neural connections, to literally rewire itself. During theta states, this plasticity increases dramatically. New neural pathways can be formed with remarkable ease, old patterns can be dissolved, and fresh ways of perceiving and responding to life can be established. But there's more. Recent research has shown that during sleep, your brain activates what scientists call the default mode network differently. This network, which includes the medial prefrontal cortex, the posterior cingulate cortex, and other regions, is associated with self-referential thinking, autobiographical planning, and most importantly for our purposes, the construction of your sense of self. When you fall asleep rehearsing new possibilities, feeling into new realities, your brain begins integrating these experiences as part of your personal narrative. It starts encoding them as memories, as familiar experiences, as part of who you are. This is why people often report that after doing sleep visualization consistently, opportunities begin appearing in their life that perfectly match what they were imagining. Your brain is also producing specific neurochemicals during sleep that enhance this process. Growth hormone, which peaks during deep sleep, doesn't just repair your body, it also promotes the growth of new neural connections. Acetylcholine, crucial for learning and memory, surges during REM sleep, helping to consolidate new information and integrate new patterns. Most fascinating of all is what happens to your sense of time and space during sleep. The normal boundaries that your waking mind imposes, the limitations of possible and impossible, past and future, these boundaries become fluid. In this expanded state of consciousness, your mind can literally practice living from your desired reality, can rehearse being the person you're becoming, can experience having what you want with such vividness that your nervous system begins to reorganize around these new patterns. This is not wishful thinking or fantasy. This is cutting-edge neuroscience meeting ancient wisdom. Your brain is designed to be reprogrammed. Your nervous system is meant to evolve. And sleep is one of the most powerful times for this transformation to occur. Take a moment now to notice what you're carrying from today. Feel into your body, into your mind, into your emotional space. What thoughts are still cycling? What tensions are you holding? What worries or frustrations from the day are still active in your system? This is perfectly natural. Your conscious mind has been working hard today, making decisions, solving problems, navigating challenges. It's been analyzing and judging and controlling, trying to make sense of everything and keep you safe. But now, in this sacred transition time, it's ready to rest. And as it rests, it needs to release all the resistance it's been carrying. You see, resistance is like static on a radio frequency. When your mind is full of worry about what might go wrong, when you're replaying conflicts from the day, when you're trying to figure everything out with your logical mind, you create interference. This interference blocks your ability to tune into the higher frequencies of possibility, the quantum field of potential that surrounds you always. So let's begin the process of releasing. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in fresh, clean energy. And as you exhale, let yourself release anything from today that no longer serves you. You don't need to analyze what you're releasing or understand it. Just let your body's natural wisdom guide this process. Feel your shoulders dropping. Notice your jaw softening. Allow your eyes to relax completely behind your closed lids. Each exhale is an opportunity to let go a little more, to surrender a little deeper, to trust that you don't have to figure everything out right now. The part of you that's been trying so hard to control your life, to force outcomes, to make things happen through willpower alone, that part can rest now. There's a deeper intelligence at work, an intelligence that knows how to grow your hair and digest your food, and heal your wounds without any conscious effort from you. This same intelligence knows how to attract the experiences, the people, the opportunities that align with your highest good. But it can only work when you get out of the way, when you release the death grip of control and allow the natural flow of creation to move through you. This doesn't mean becoming passive or giving up on your dreams. It means becoming like a master gardener who plants seeds with clear intention and then trusts the soil, the rain, the sun to do their work. As you continue to release, you might notice certain emotions arising, perhaps sadness about something that didn't work out the way you wanted, maybe anger about a situation that felt unfair, possibly fear about an uncertain future. These emotions are not obstacles to your manifestation. They're part of your healing, part of your evolution. Allow them to be here without resistance. Breathe with them. Let them move through your body like weather passing through the sky. Remember, you are the sky, vast and unchanging. These emotions are simply temporary visitors, and like all visitors, they will pass through if you don't try to hold on to them or push them away. With each breath, you're creating more space inside yourself, more room for new possibilities to enter, more capacity to receive the gifts that life wants to give you. The universe is not withholding your good from you. You are simply learning to become available to receive it in ways you never imagined possible. Here's something that might surprise you. While your conscious mind rests during sleep, your subconscious mind becomes incredibly active. It's like a vast factory that operates on the night shift, processing, organizing, creating, and most importantly for our purposes tonight, manifesting. Your subconscious mind controls over 90% of your daily behaviors, thoughts, and responses. It's running thousands of programs simultaneously, keeping your heart beating, regulating your hormones, maintaining your immune system, and creating the reality you experience. Most people never realize they can consciously collaborate with this incredible intelligence. Think of your subconscious as the most sophisticated computer ever created, but instead of processing data, it processes beliefs, emotions, and images. Whatever you consistently feed it, it accepts as true and begins creating evidence for in your external world. This is why people who believe they're lucky tend to have lucky experiences, and people who expect problems tend to encounter them. But here's the key insight. Your subconscious doesn't judge what you give it. It doesn't say, oh, this person wants to be wealthy, but look at their bank account. That's impossible. It simply takes whatever you're consistently thinking, feeling, and imagining, and it works to make that your experienced reality. During sleep, this process becomes even more powerful because the conscious mind's resistance is offline. Think about it. When you're lying in bed worried about money, your subconscious is receiving the message, we don't have enough. Money is scarce. I need to be worried about survival. And all night long, it works to create more evidence for that belief. But when you fall asleep feeling genuinely grateful for abundance that's already flowing to you, feeling the satisfaction of having your needs met and your desires fulfilled, your subconscious receives a completely different message. We are provided for. Good things come to us easily. I am worthy of abundance. And it spends the night reorganizing your energy, your opportunities, your perceptions to match that new truth. This is not metaphysical speculation. This is observable neuroscience. During sleep, your brain literally rewires itself based on what you've been thinking and feeling. Neural pathways that you use regularly get strengthened. Ones that you don't use begin to weaken and fade away. Every night, you're either reinforcing the patterns that have created your current reality, or you're building new neural networks that will generate new experiences. Most people do this unconsciously, which is why they keep recreating similar patterns year after year. But you're here because you're ready to do this consciously, deliberately, with clear intention. Your subconscious is also connected to what quantum physicists call the zero-point field, the realm of infinite possibility that exists beneath the surface of physical reality. During sleep, when your analytical mind isn't creating interference, you have direct access to this field of pure potential. This is why solutions to problems often come to people in dreams, why creative insights emerge during rest, why people sometimes wake up with sudden knowing about what step to take next. Tonight, as you sleep, your subconscious will be working not just within the boundaries of what seems possible based on your current circumstances, but in the unlimited realm of what could be. We'll be reaching into the quantum field and beginning to collapse new possibilities into form, drawing to you the people, resources, and opportunities that match the new reality you're programming. Now I want to share with you something profound about the nature of reality itself, something that will help you understand why sleep manifestation is so incredibly powerful. Everything in the universe, from the tiniest subatomic particle to the largest galaxy, is made of energy vibrating at different frequencies. You are not just a physical body walking around in a solid world. You are a dynamic energy system, a constantly shifting field of electromagnetic frequencies. Your thoughts have frequencies. Your emotions have frequencies. Your beliefs, your expectations, your habitual ways of being, All of these create a unique energetic signature that broadcasts out into the quantum field like a radio transmission. And here's the remarkable part. The universe responds to this transmission by sending back experiences that match your frequency. This isn't mystical thinking. This is quantum physics. At the subatomic level, particles exist in a state of infinite possibility until they're observed or measured. Your consciousness, your attention, your expectation literally collapses these possibilities into the specific reality you experience. During sleep, something extraordinary happens to your energetic field. The mental chatter that normally creates static in your transmission quiets down. The emotional turbulence of daily life settles. Your entire system becomes more coherent, more aligned, more powerful in its broadcast to the universe. Think of it like this. During the day, your energy field might be scattered across dozens of different frequencies. Worry about work on one channel, excitement about a project on another, frustration with a relationship on a third. But as you move into sleep, especially when you're consciously directing this process, all these scattered frequencies begin to align around whatever you're focusing on with genuine feeling. When you fall asleep feeling deeply grateful for the abundance that's already flowing toward you, your entire energy field aligns with the frequency of abundance. When you drift off feeling genuinely loved and cherished, you broadcast the frequency of love. When you sleep with the feeling of having achieved your dreams, you emit the energetic signature of success. And the universe, which is always listening, always responding, begins reorganizing itself to match your new frequency. Opportunities begin shifting. People with resources you need start thinking about you. Circumstances begin aligning in ways that seem synchronistic, but are actually the natural response of a conscious universe to your coherent energetic broadcast. This is why the feeling component is so crucial. You can think about what you want all day long, but if you're not feeling it emotionally, if you're not embody the energy of already having it, your transmission remains weak and inconsistent. But when you combine clear intention with genuine emotion, when you feel your way into your desired reality with all your senses, your energetic field becomes incredibly powerful. During sleep, your pineal gland produces melatonin, but it also generates what researchers are now discovering to be much more complex electromagnetic fields. Some scientists theorize that the pineal gland acts as a quantum antenna, connecting your consciousness to non-local fields of information and possibility. This might explain why indigenous cultures around the world have always honored sleep and dreams as times of connection with the spirit world, with ancestral wisdom, with guidance from higher dimensions of consciousness. They understood intuitively what we are now beginning to prove scientifically. Sleep is not just rest for the body. It's access to realms of possibility that are invisible to the waking mind. Imagine for a moment that your subconscious mind is like a vast, fertile garden. This garden has been growing whatever seeds have been planted there, often without your conscious awareness. If seeds of worry have been planted repeatedly, you have worry growing in your garden. If seeds of scarcity have been planted, that's what's been flourishing in your inner landscape. But gardens can be replanted, soil can be refreshed, new seeds can be sown. And tonight we're going to prepare the perfect conditions for the new reality you want to grow in your life. The first step in preparing your inner garden is to clear away the weeds, the repetitive thoughts, the limiting beliefs, the old stories that no longer serve you. You don't have to fight these weeds or struggle with them. Like any experienced gardener will tell you, the best way to eliminate weeds is not to focus on them, but to plant something better in their place. So rather than dwelling on what you don't want, what you're afraid of, what hasn't worked in the past, we're going to focus all our attention on preparing the soil for what you do want. We're going to enrich your inner environment with gratitude, appreciation, love, and excitement for what's coming. Take a moment now to feel into your body, into your heart space. Notice any areas that feel tight or constricted, any places where you might be holding old pain, old disappointment, old stories about why your dreams might not be possible. Don't judge these areas or try to fix them. Simply acknowledge them with compassion, the way a loving gardener acknowledges areas of soil that need extra care. Now, imagine breathing golden light into these spaces. This golden light is pure possibility, pure potential, pure love. It's the energy of your highest self, the part of you that has never been wounded, never been disappointed, never learned to limit its dreams. Let this light flow through your entire body, softening whatever needs to be softened, healing whatever needs to be healed. As this golden light moves through you, it's preparing your internal environment to receive new seeds. It's creating the perfect pH balance in your emotional soil, the ideal conditions for your dreams to take root and grow. You might feel a sense of warmth spreading through your body, or a gentle tingling, or simply a deeper relaxation. Trust whatever you're experiencing. Now think about what you want to plant in this freshly prepared soil. What new reality are you ready to grow? What version of yourself are you ready to become? What experiences are you ready to attract into your life? Choose one primary desire, one main seed you want to plant tonight. It might be abundance and financial freedom. It could be a loving, supportive relationship. Perhaps it's perfect health and vitality. Maybe it's creative fulfillment or spiritual awakening. Whatever it is, hold it gently in your awareness like a precious seed. Feel into this desire not as something you lack, but as something that's already growing in the invisible realm, something that's already making its way toward manifestation. Feel the excitement of a gardener who has just planted seeds and knows that invisible growth is already beginning underground, even before any shoots are visible above the surface. Your inner garden is now perfectly prepared. The soil is rich and fertile. The seed of your desire has been planted with love and intention. And now, like any wise gardener, you can relax and trust the natural processes of growth, knowing that your job is not to force or struggle, but simply to maintain the right conditions and allow the miracle of manifestation to unfold. There's a magical state of consciousness that exists right at the threshold between waking and sleeping. The ancient yogis called it Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep. Modern neuroscientists call it the hypnagogic state. I call it the manifestation sweet spot, because it's in this liminal space that your mind becomes most receptive to new programming. Right now, as you rest here in this comfortable position, you're naturally moving toward this state. Your body is relaxed, but your awareness is still present. Your analytical mind is quieting down, but you're not completely unconscious. This is exactly where you want to be for the work we're doing together tonight. In this state, your brain waves are predominantly in the theta range, cycling between 4-8 Hz. This is the same frequency that the Earth itself resonates at, what scientists call the Schumann resonance. When you're in this state, you're literally in harmony with the planet, connected to the natural rhythms that have guided life for millions of years. Theta brainwaves are associated with deep creativity, profound healing, and direct access to the subconscious mind. In this state, you can plant suggestions directly into your unconscious without the resistance of the analytical mind. You can visualize new realities with such vividness that your nervous system begins to reorganize around them immediately. But here's the key. You want to maintain just enough awareness to consciously direct this process. To awake, and your logical mind will start interfering, questioning, doubting. To asleep, and you lose the ability to consciously plant the seeds you want to grow. The sweet spot is this gentle, relaxed awareness where you're present but not controlling, focused but not forcing. Think of yourself as floating in warm, supportive water. You're completely held, completely safe, but you're still conscious and aware. You can direct your attention where you choose, but without effort, without strain. This is the state of relaxed awareness that makes manifestation effortless. In this state, time becomes fluid. Minutes can feel like hours, or hours can pass like minutes. This is because you're accessing a dimension of consciousness that exists outside linear time. A realm where past and future collapse into an eternal now moment, where all possibilities exist simultaneously. From this expanded perspective, the desire you want to manifest is not something that might happen in the future. It's something that already exists in this moment, in this eternal now, and you're simply aligning yourself with the timeline where it's already real. This is not fantasy or wishful thinking. This is quantum mechanics in action. As you continue to relax deeper into this sweet spot, notice how your breathing naturally slows and deepens. Notice how your body feels heavier and more relaxed with each exhale. Notice how your thoughts become more dreamlike, more flowing, less linear. This is your sign that you're entering the optimal state for subconscious reprogramming. From this place of relaxed awareness, you can observe your thoughts without being caught up in them. You can feel your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. You can imagine new realities without your logical mind immediately jumping in to explain why they're impossible. This is your natural state of creative power. This is how you were meant to interface with the quantum field of possibility, not through struggle and effort, but through relaxed alignment with the natural flow of creation. Tonight, from this beautiful state of consciousness, you're going to plant the seeds of your new reality with the gentle power of someone who knows that miracles are natural when you stop interfering with them. Now we come to the heart of our work together tonight. From this state of deep relaxation and expanded awareness, you're going to plant the seeds of your new reality directly into your subconscious mind. But we're not going to do this with force or urgency. We're going to do it with the gentle precision of a master gardener who knows that seeds planted with love and patience always grow stronger than those planted with desperation. Think again about the primary desire you identified earlier, that one main thing you're ready to manifest in your life. Hold it gently in your awareness. But here's the crucial shift I want you to make. Instead of wanting it or needing it or hoping for it, I want you to begin feeling grateful for it as if it's already happening. This is the secret that most people never understand about manifestation. Your subconscious mind doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you believe you already are and have. When you feel grateful for something, you're sending the clear signal that it already exists in your reality. Gratitude is the frequency of receiving, of having, of abundance. So right now, let yourself feel genuinely thankful for this desire as if it's already unfolding in your life. If it's financial abundance you're manifesting, feel grateful for the money that's already flowing to you through channels you haven't even discovered yet. If it's love you're calling in, feel appreciation for the perfect person who's already making their way toward you, even though you haven't met yet. Don't worry if this feels strange at first. Your logical mind might say, "But I don't have this yet. How can I be grateful for it?" That's normal. Just gently redirect your attention back to the feeling of gratitude, back to the sensation of already having what you desire. As you rest in this feeling of gratitude, begin to imagine what your life looks like with this desire fulfilled. But don't create a mental movie that you watch from the outside. Instead, step into the scene. See through your own eyes. Feel through your own body. Experience it from the inside out. If you're manifesting abundance, feel the relaxation that comes with financial security. Feel the generosity you can express when resources are flowing freely. Feel the confidence that comes from knowing you're provided for. If you're manifesting love, feel the warmth in your chest when you think about your person. Feel the peace that comes from being truly seen and cherished. Feel the joy of sharing life with someone who celebrates you. Make these feelings as real and vivid as possible. Remember, your nervous system doesn't know the difference between something that's happening and something you're imagining with complete emotional involvement. The more real you can make this feeling experience, the more powerfully you're programming your subconscious to attract this reality. As you continue to rest in these feelings, you might notice that they begin to feel more natural, more familiar, more like who you really are. This is exactly what we want. You're not trying to become someone different. You're remembering who you've always been underneath the layers of limitation and fear. Let these feelings saturate every cell of your body. Let them become your new normal, your new baseline, your new truth about yourself and your life. Your subconscious is absorbing every nuance of this experience, filing it away as new instructions for creating your reality. There's no need to rush this process or force anything to happen. Like seeds in fertile soil, these new patterns are already beginning to grow in the darkness of your unconscious mind. Trust the process. Trust your power. Trust that the universe is already responding to this new frequency you're broadcasting. Recent research from the HeartMath Institute has revealed something extraordinary about your heart that most people never learn. Your heart generates the largest electromagnetic field in your body, about 60 times greater in amplitude than your brain, and about 5,000 times stronger in magnetic field strength. This means your heart is literally a broadcasting station, sending out energetic signals that extend several feet beyond your physical body. But here's what's even more remarkable. The rhythm and coherence of your heart's electromagnetic field changes based on what you're feeling. When you experience genuine appreciation, love, compassion, or gratitude, your heart rhythm becomes coherent, smooth, ordered, harmonious. And this coherent heart rhythm has been shown to synchronize and optimize the function of every other system in your body. Right now, I want you to place your hand gently on your chest, right over your heart. Feel the steady, reliable rhythm of this incredible organ that has been faithfully serving you every moment of your life. Take a moment to feel genuine appreciation for your heart, for the way it has never missed a beat in keeping you alive. As you focus on your heart with appreciation, you're beginning to activate what researchers call heart rhythm coherence. In this state, your heart's electromagnetic field becomes incredibly powerful and organized. It begins to entrain, or synchronize, with the electromagnetic fields around you, creating a bubble of coherent energy that acts like a magnet for experiences that match your emotional state. Now, from this place of heart-centered awareness, I want you to feel into the version of yourself who already has what you desire. Don't think about this person. Feel into them. What does it feel like in your chest to be someone who is abundant, loved, healthy, successful, fulfilled? Whatever your primary desire is. This future version of yourself isn't someone you have to become someday. This is who you already are at the deepest level, underneath all the conditioning and limiting beliefs. You're not trying to create a new self. You're remembering your true self, the self that exists beyond all limitations. Feel into how this future self moves through the world. What kind of energy do they carry? How do they breathe? What does their posture feel like? What kind of thoughts naturally arise in their mind? Most importantly, what does their heart feel like on a moment-to-moment basis? As you embody this feeling more fully, your heart rhythm is becoming more coherent, your electromagnetic field is becoming more powerful, and you're literally beginning to broadcast the energetic signature of your desired reality. This isn't visualization or pretending. This is quantum physics in action. The field that your heart generates extends beyond your physical body and interacts with the quantum field of possibility that surrounds you. When your heart is in coherence, when you're genuinely feeling the emotions of your desired reality, you create what physicists call constructive interference. Your personal field amplifies the possibilities that match your feeling state. This is why feeling is so much more powerful than thinking when it comes to manifestation. Thoughts are electrical, but emotions are magnetic. Your heart's electromagnetic field is literally drawing to you the people, circumstances, and opportunities that resonate with whatever you're genuinely feeling. Continue to rest in the feeling of being your future self. Let this feeling become so natural, so familiar, that it starts to feel more real than your current circumstances. Remember, from the perspective of quantum physics, all possible versions of yourself exist simultaneously. You're simply choosing which timeline to align with, which frequency to tune into. Your heart knows the way. It knows how to attract love because it is love. It knows how to attract abundance because it recognizes the abundance that already surrounds you. It knows how to attract health because it remembers the perfect blueprint of your original design. Trust your heart. Follow its guidance. Let it lead you home to who you've always been. Your subconscious mind doesn't understand words the way your conscious mind does. It thinks in pictures, feels in emotions, and learns through direct experience. This is why affirmations alone often don't work. You can repeat "I am wealthy" 1,000 times, but if you're feeling poor while you say it, your subconscious receives the message of poverty, not wealth. Think about how you learned to walk. No one sat you down and explained the biomechanics of bipedal locomotion. Instead, you watched others walking. You felt the desire to move, and you experienced falling and getting up over and over until walking became natural. Your subconscious learned through images, emotions, and sensations, not through intellectual understanding. The same principle applies to reprogramming your subconscious for manifestation. You need to communicate with it in its native language, the language of vivid sensory experience combined with genuine emotion. Tonight, as you rest in this deeply receptive state, we're going to speak to your subconscious in exactly this way. Begin by creating a detailed sensory picture of your desired reality. If you want financial abundance, Don't just think about having money. Instead, imagine the specific details of how this abundance shows up in your life. See yourself checking your bank account and feeling a smile spread across your face. Feel the quality of the clothes you're wearing, clothes you chose because you loved them, not because of their price. Smell the interior of the car you drive, a car that makes you happy every time you get in it. Make these images as vivid and detailed as possible. What colors do you see? What sounds do you hear? What textures do you feel? What smells and tastes are part of this experience? The more senses you involve, the more real this becomes to your subconscious mind. But images alone aren't enough. You must feel the emotions that would naturally arise from living this reality. This is the crucial element that most people skip, and it's why their manifestation efforts feel flat and ineffective. Emotion is the fuel that powers manifestation. It's the magnetic force that draws experiences to you. If you're imagining financial abundance, feel the deep peace that comes with security. Feel the joy of being able to be generous with others. Feel the excitement of pursuing opportunities because they inspire you, not because you need the money. If you're imagining perfect health, feel the energy coursing through your body. Feel the confidence that comes with physical vitality. Feel the gratitude for a body that serves you perfectly. Don't just observe these emotions, embody them completely. Let them fill every cell of your body. Let them become your current state, your present moment experience. Remember, your subconscious accepts whatever you're feeling now as your truth about reality. Your subconscious also learns through repetition and pattern recognition. When you consistently combine the same images with the same emotions, you create what neuroscientists call neural networks, pathways in your brain that become stronger each time they're activated. Tonight, you're not just imagining your desired reality once. You're beginning to establish a new neural network that will continue strengthening every time you rest in these feelings. As you continue to communicate with your subconscious in its native language, you might notice that the images become more vivid, the emotions more intense, the sensations more real. This is a sign that your subconscious is accepting this new programming, filing it away as new instructions for creating your reality. Some people worry that they're just imagining or making it up, but here's what I want you to understand. Imagination is not the opposite of reality. It's the preview of reality. Every invention, every work of art, every breakthrough in human history began as someone's imagination. Your imagination is your direct connection to the field of infinite possibility. When you imagine something with genuine emotion, with all your senses engaged, you're not just daydreaming. You're literally rehearsing a future reality. You're training your nervous system to recognize and attract experiences that match this inner template you're creating. Trust the process. Trust your imagination. Trust the language of images, emotions, and sensations that your subconscious understands so perfectly. As you continue to speak to your deeper mind in this way, you're planting seeds that will grow into manifest experiences in ways that will astound you. Now, as you rest deeper in this state of expanded awareness, we're going to address something that may have been holding you back from manifesting your desires. Those old limiting beliefs that have been running in the background of your mind like outdated software programs. These beliefs, I'm not worthy, money is scarce, love is hard to find, I always struggle, weren't formed by your adult rational mind. They were installed during childhood, during moments of pain or confusion, when your young mind was trying to make sense of difficult experiences, and because they were formed in a highly emotional state, they became deeply embedded in your subconscious. But here's the beautiful thing about the state you're in right now. You have access to that same deep level of programming where these beliefs were originally installed. The theta brain waves you're experiencing are the same frequencies present when these patterns were first formed. This means you can update them, transform them, release them with the same ease that they were originally created. You don't need to struggle with these old beliefs or fight against them. In fact, resistance only makes them stronger. Instead, we're going to use a much more elegant approach. We're going to love them out of existence. Think of these limiting beliefs as frightened children within you who learn to hide and protect themselves during difficult times. They're not your enemies. They were once your survival strategies. They deserve compassion, not condemnation. As you acknowledge them with love, they naturally begin to relax, to release their grip on your reality. So right now, if you notice any whisper of doubt, any voice that says you don't deserve what you desire or that it's impossible for you, simply breathe love into that space. Imagine wrapping these old patterns in golden light, in unconditional acceptance. Thank them for trying to protect you, and gently let them know that you're safe now, that you're ready for something new. As you do this, you might feel physical sensations, tension releasing from your shoulders, your jaw softening, your breathing deepening. These are signs that old patterns are literally dissolving at the cellular level. Your body has been holding these beliefs in its tissues, and as they release, you create space for new patterns to take root. In this state of deep relaxation, your brain is incredibly neuroplastic, able to form new connections and release old ones with remarkable ease. Every moment you spend resting in the feeling of your desired reality, you're strengthening new neural pathways. Every moment you release resistance with love, you're weakening the old pathways that created limitation. Some people experience this process as waves of emotion moving through their body. Others feel it as a gentle dissolving, like ice melting in warm sunlight. Some don't feel much at all, but simply notice that old thoughts that used to feel so solid and real begin to feel less convincing, less important. Trust whatever you're experiencing. Your inner wisdom knows exactly how to release what no longer serves you. You don't need to direct this process with your mind. You just need to allow it with your heart. As these old patterns dissolve, you're not becoming someone new. You're returning to who you've always been underneath the layers of limitation. You're remembering your original blueprint, your natural state of worthiness, abundance, love, and creative power. This transformation is happening right now in the darkness and privacy of your own consciousness, where all real change begins. By tomorrow morning, you may find that thoughts and beliefs that once felt so convincing simply don't have the same charge anymore. You may discover that new possibilities that once felt impossible now feel natural and available. Rest in this process of gentle transformation. Let the old dissolve with gratitude for how it served you, and let the new emerge with excitement for where it will take you. Your body is not just a vehicle for your consciousness. It's an incredibly sophisticated recording device that stores every experience you've ever had, every emotion you've felt, every belief you've held, every trauma you've endured has been recorded in your cellular memory. But tonight, in this state of deep restoration, your body has the opportunity to release old recordings and encode new ones. Scientists have discovered that our cells are constantly regenerating. Every few years, you have a completely new body at the cellular level. But here's what's fascinating. If you keep thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and believing the same things about yourself, your new cells get programmed with the same old information. You literally recreate the same body, the same limitations, the same patterns over and over again. But you have the power to change this. In the state you're in right now, as your body rests and repairs itself, you can consciously participate in reprogramming your cellular memory. You can give your cells new information to work with, new blueprints to follow, new realities to create. Think about this. Your liver doesn't know that you've been struggling financially. Your heart doesn't know that you've been unlucky in love. Your cells only know what you consistently tell them through your thoughts, emotions, and the chemical environment you create with your feelings. If you've been living in stress, worry, and lack, your cells have been bathed in the chemistry of those emotions. But right now, as you rest in gratitude, love, and the feeling of your desires fulfilled, you're creating a completely different chemical environment. You're producing different hormones, different neurotransmitters, different peptides that carry information to every cell in your body. Feel into your body now with appreciation and love. Thank your cells for their incredible intelligence, for their constant work of keeping you alive and healthy. Imagine speaking directly to your cellular family, letting them know that change is happening, that they're safe to release old patterns and embrace new ones. Visualize golden light flowing through your bloodstream, carrying new information to every organ, every tissue, every cell. This light carries the frequency of your desired reality. Abundance, love, health, joy, whatever you're calling into your life. See this light being absorbed by your cells like sunlight being absorbed by plants, nourishing them with new possibilities. Your DNA itself is not fixed and unchangeable as once believed. The emerging science of epigenetics has shown that your environment, including your internal emotional environment, can actually influence which genes are expressed and which remain dormant. As you consistently create the internal environment of your desired reality, you're literally signaling different genetic potentials to activate. Feel your entire body relaxing even deeper as it receives this new information. Notice how your breathing naturally slows as your nervous system recognizes that it's safe to move out of survival mode and into creation mode. Feel your heart rate becoming more coherent as you align with the frequency of what you truly desire. This cellular reprogramming happens naturally during sleep, but you're consciously directing it now with clear intention. Every breath you take is an opportunity to breathe in new possibilities and breathe out old limitations. Every heartbeat is pumping this new information throughout your entire system. Your body wants to be healthy, abundant, loved, and joyful. This is its natural state. Any patterns of limitation or struggle are learned, not inherent. Tonight, you're helping your body remember its original blueprint, its innate capacity for regeneration, healing, and alignment with your highest good. Trust your body's wisdom. It knows how to heal itself, how to attract what it needs, how to thrive when given the right conditions. You're creating those conditions right now through your conscious collaboration with your cellular intelligence. In quantum physics, there's a phenomenon called entanglement, where two particles become so deeply connected that they instantly affect each other regardless of the distance between them. When something happens to one particle, the other responds immediately, even if they're separated by vast distances. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance, but modern science has proven it's a fundamental property of reality. What I want you to understand tonight is that you can become quantum entangled with your desires. You can create such a deep connection with what you want to manifest that you and your desire become part of the same quantum system. When this happens, your desire isn't something outside of you that you're trying to attract. It becomes part of your very being. This is the secret that ancient mystics understood intuitively, and that quantum physics is now explaining scientifically. At the deepest level of reality, everything is connected. The boundaries between you and your desires, between your current circumstances and your dream life, between who you are now and who you're becoming. These boundaries are illusions created by the thinking mind. Right now, in this expanded state of consciousness, you have direct access to the quantum field, where all possibilities exist simultaneously. Your desire for abundance, love, health, success, these aren't just hopeful wishes floating somewhere in the future. They're actual potentials that exist right now in quantum reality, waiting to be collapsed into your experienced reality through your focused attention and emotion. Take a moment to feel into this truth. Your desired reality already exists, not as something that might happen someday, but as something that is real right now in a parallel possibility. There's a version of you that is already living the life you dream of, that already has everything you desire, that already is who you're becoming. From this quantum perspective, manifestation isn't about creating something new. It's about aligning yourself with what already exists. It's about becoming so entangled with your desired reality that you naturally merge with the timeline where it's already real. Feel yourself beginning to merge with this other version of yourself, this quantum self who has everything you want, not in your mind, but in your entire being. Feel your energy fields overlapping, your consciousness expanding to include both who you are now and who you are in that desired reality. As this merging happens, you might notice that your current circumstances begin to feel less solid, less permanent, less real. This is natural. You're beginning to experience reality the way quantum physicists understand it, as a fluid field of possibilities rather than a fixed, unchangeable structure. At the same time, your desired reality begins to feel more solid, more real, more inevitable. This isn't fantasy or wishful thinking. This is you aligning with a quantum possibility that has always existed and was always available to you. The more completely you can make this merger, the more entangled you become with your desired reality, the faster it manifests in your physical experience. Not because you're forcing it to happen, but because you're removing the barriers that were keeping it from manifesting naturally. Rest deeply in this feeling of quantum entanglement with your desires. Let the boundaries dissolve completely. Let yourself merge so fully with your desired reality that you can't tell where you end and it begins. This is your natural state, connected, entangled, one with everything you could ever want or need. From this place of quantum oneness, your manifestation becomes effortless because you're no longer trying to attract something outside of yourself. You've become what you want. You are your desires, and your desires are you. There's a frequency that has the power to instantly align you with abundance, love, and all forms of good flowing into your life. It's the frequency of gratitude, not gratitude as a practice or technique, but gratitude as a felt experience in your body, as a vibrational state that you embody completely. Most people think of gratitude as something you do when good things happen to you, but the kind of gratitude that creates miracles is different. It's the gratitude you feel for what's already on its way to you, for what's already been given, but hasn't appeared in physical form yet, for the love and abundance that surrounds you always, but that you haven't learned to perceive. Right now, I want you to feel into this deeper level of gratitude, not because you should be grateful, not because it's the right thing to do, but because there's so much to be grateful for that you've been missing. There are blessings flowing towards you right now from directions you haven't even considered. There are gifts being prepared for you by the universe that will arrive in perfect timing. Feel genuine appreciation for the air you're breathing, air that's freely given to you every moment of your life. Feel gratitude for your heart that beats without you having to remember to make it beat. Feel thankfulness for the bed or chair that's supporting you right now, for the roof over your head, for the miraculous fact that you exist at all in this vast universe. As you rest in this feeling of appreciation for what's already here, you begin to realize something profound. You are already abundant. You are already loved. You are already provided for. The universe has been caring for you your entire life, and it's not going to stop now. From this recognition of existing abundance, it becomes natural to feel grateful for the additional abundance that's flowing toward you. If the universe has been taking care of you all along, why wouldn't it continue? If you've been loved and supported even during difficult times, why wouldn't that love and support increase as you become more open to receiving it? Let yourself feel genuinely thankful for the money that's already making its way to you through channels you haven't discovered yet. Feel appreciation for the perfect relationship that's already being orchestrated by forces beyond your comprehension. Feel grateful for the health that's already being restored in your body, for the opportunities that are already being prepared for you. This isn't positive thinking or denial of current challenges. This is recognition of the vast intelligence that's always working on your behalf, always arranging circumstances for your highest good, always bringing you exactly what you need even when you can't see how. As you embody this frequency of gratitude more fully, notice how it affects your entire being. Your breathing becomes deeper and more relaxed. Your heart rhythm becomes more coherent. Your whole nervous system shifts into a state of receptivity and openness. This is the frequency that attracts more good into your life, not because you're earning it or deserving it, but because gratitude aligns you with the natural flow of abundance that's always available. When you're genuinely grateful, you become a magnet for more experiences to be grateful for. Rest in this feeling as deeply as you can. Let gratitude become not something you feel occasionally, but the background frequency of your entire being. Let it saturate every cell of your body, every thought in your mind, every breath you take. From this frequency of grateful receiving, everything you've been wanting naturally begins to flow toward you, not as something you're trying to get, but as something that's returning to where it belongs, to a heart that's open, grateful, and ready to receive the infinite good that's always been yours. Now, from this place of deep gratitude and quantum entanglement with your desires, we're going to plant specific verbal seeds in your subconscious mind. But these aren't ordinary affirmations. These are sacred declarations that carry the frequency of truth, words that align your inner reality with your desired outer experience. The key to effective affirmations is not repetition without feeling, but speaking truth from a place of knowing. As I share these affirmations with you, don't just hear them with your mind. Feel them in your body. Let them resonate in your heart. Allow them to become your living truth. I am already everything I desire to be. This is not something I hope for or work toward. This is who I am right now, in this moment, in the deepest part of my being. My subconscious mind is perfectly aligned with my highest good. Every night as I sleep, it works tirelessly to attract, create, and magnetize experiences that match my true desires. I am worthy of abundance in all forms. Money flows to me easily and naturally because I am valuable. I contribute to the world, and the universe delights in supporting me. Love surrounds me always. I am cherished by life itself, held by forces I cannot see, and guided toward relationships that celebrate who I truly am. My body is healing and regenerating perfectly. Every cell knows its optimal function. Every system works in harmony, and I wake each day with greater vitality and strength. I trust the timing of my life completely. What is meant for me cannot pass me by, and what is not aligned with my highest good naturally falls away. As you hear each of these affirmations, notice how they land in your body. Some may create a sense of expansion in your chest. Others might generate a feeling of relaxation or relief. Trust whatever you experience. Your body knows truth when it hears it. The universe is conspiring to help me succeed. Every person I meet, every situation I encounter, every challenge I face is somehow serving my highest evolution and greatest good. I am connected to infinite intelligence. The same wisdom that grows flowers and moves planets flows through me, guiding my thoughts, inspiring my actions, and orchestrating my life. My dreams are not too big. They are exactly the right size for who I am becoming. The universe gave me these desires because it has also given me the capacity to fulfill them. I release all need to control how my good comes to me. I set clear intentions and then surrender to the infinite creativity of life to deliver them in ways more beautiful than I could imagine. Let these words sink deeply into your being, not as statements you're trying to convince yourself of, but as reminders of what's already true. Your subconscious mind is recording each one, filing them away as new operating instructions for creating your reality. Every breath I take draws me closer to my desires. Every moment of rest allows the universe to rearrange circumstances in my favor. Every beat of my heart sends out a signal that attracts my perfect life. I am exactly where I need to be on my journey. My past has prepared me for the gifts that are coming, and my future self is already celebrating the life I am creating right now. Feel these truths becoming your truths. Let them replace any old programming that suggested you were limited, separate, or lacking in any way. You are abundant, connected, and infinitely loved. This is not philosophy. This is the fundamental nature of reality itself. Something beautiful happens when you align yourself completely with your desired reality. You begin to receive guidance from the version of yourself who has already achieved everything you're working toward. This isn't metaphorical or symbolic. From the perspective of quantum physics, where time is not linear and all possibilities exist simultaneously, your future self is as real as your current self. Right now, in this expanded state of consciousness, you have the ability to connect with this future version of yourself, to receive wisdom, encouragement, and specific guidance about the path forward. This is not channeling some external entity. This is connecting with your own highest potential, your own future wisdom. Take a moment to feel into the presence of your future self, the you who has everything you currently desire. This version of you is not anxious about manifestation because they're living the results. They're not worried about whether your dreams will come true because they're living in a reality where those dreams are simply their daily experience. Listen with your inner ear, feel with your inner senses. What does your future self want you to know? Often, the first message is simple but profound. Relax. Everything is working out perfectly. You don't have to struggle so hard. Your future self has perspective that your current self lacks. They can see the path that led from where you are now to where they are living. They know which worries were unnecessary, which actions were most important, which opportunities you should definitely say yes to. What would your abundant future self tell you about money? Perhaps something like, Stop worrying about how it will come. Just focus on becoming the person who naturally attracts abundance. Focus on your value, your gifts, your service to others. The money is just energy responding to who you become. What would your loved future self tell you about relationships? Maybe, stop trying so hard to find love. Focus on loving yourself completely, on becoming the person you would want to be with. Love is not something you find, it's something you become, and then it finds you everywhere. What would your healthy future self tell you about your body? Possibly, listen to your body more. It's always trying to guide you toward greater health. Move because it feels good. Eat because it nourishes you. Rest because it restores you. Your body wants to be healthy. Just stop interfering with its natural wisdom. As you open to receiving these messages, you might experience them as sudden knowing, as gentle feelings, as images that arise spontaneously, or simply as a sense of deep peace and trust. There's no right or wrong way to receive guidance from your future self. The most important message your future self consistently offers is this: trust the process, trust your path, trust that you are being guided even when you can't see the guidance. Everything that's meant for you is already making its way to you, often through doors you didn't even know existed. Your future self also wants you to know that the journey of becoming them is just as beautiful as the destination. The person you become in the process of manifesting your desires is actually more important than the desires themselves. The growth, the healing, the expansion of your capacity to receive love and abundance, this is the real gift. Rest in the wisdom and love of your future self. Let their confidence become your confidence. Let their peace become your peace. Let their knowing that everything works out perfectly become your knowing too. You are not alone on this journey. Your future self is always with you, always guiding you, always cheering you on from the timeline where all your dreams have already come true. Every belief you hold, every thought you think consistently, every emotion you feel regularly creates a specific chemical environment in your body. Your thoughts and feelings are not just mental experiences, they're biological events that influence every cell in your system. When you believe in limitation, scarcity, or unworthiness, your body produces stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals signal your cells to prepare for danger, to conserve resources, to shut down non-essential functions like growth and repair. Over time, living in this chemical state of stress and survival can create physical symptoms of aging, illness, and dysfunction. But tonight, as you rest in the feeling of your desires already fulfilled, as you embody the emotions of your new reality, you're creating a completely different chemical environment. You're producing hormones of joy, growth, and healing. You're bathing your cells in the chemistry of love, abundance, and possibility. Feel this happening right now in your body. As you rest in gratitude and excitement for your emerging reality, your endocrine system is responding by releasing different chemicals. Your pituitary gland is secreting growth hormone. Your heart is producing oxytocin, the hormone of love and bonding. Your brain is generating endorphins, natural chemicals that create feelings of well-being and euphoria. These aren't just pleasant feelings. They're biological signals that tell your cells it's safe to thrive, to grow, to function optimally. In this chemical environment, your immune system strengthens, your cognitive function improves, your capacity for creativity and intuition expands. But the changes go even deeper than hormones and neurotransmitters. Recent research in epigenetics has shown that your emotional state can actually influence which genes are expressed in your body. When you consistently feel love, gratitude, and abundance, you activate gene sequences associated with health, longevity, and optimal function. When you live in stress and fear, you activate genetic programs associated with survival and dysfunction. This means that by changing your internal emotional state tonight, by embodying the feelings of your desired reality, you're literally changing your genetic expression. You're signaling your DNA to activate potentials for greater health, vitality, and well-being. Your cells are incredibly intelligent. They're constantly listening to the chemical messages you send through your thoughts and emotions, and they respond accordingly. When you consistently feel abundant, your cells begin to function with the efficiency and optimization of abundance. When you feel loved, your cellular repair mechanisms work more effectively. When you feel safe and peaceful, your cells can focus on growth and regeneration rather than defense and survival. This is why affirmations without genuine feeling often don't work. Your cells don't respond to words. They respond to the chemistry created by authentic emotion. But when you combine clear intention with genuine feeling, when you really embody the experience of having what you desire, you create powerful biological changes that support your manifestation at the cellular level. As you continue to rest in this state of emotional alignment with your desires, imagine every cell in your body receiving this new information. See your cells literally lighting up with new vitality as they receive the chemical signals of your new reality. Feel your entire biological system reorganizing itself around these new patterns of abundance, love, and well-being. Your body wants to support your dreams. Your cells want to thrive. Your biology is designed to respond to your beliefs and emotions by creating physical experiences that match your internal state. Tonight, you're consciously directing this process, giving your body the chemical information it needs to support the life you're creating. Trust this process. Trust your body's wisdom. Trust that every moment you spend in alignment with your desires is creating biological changes that will support their manifestation in ways both seen and unseen. There comes a moment in every manifestation journey when the most powerful thing you can do is let go. Not give up on your dreams, but release your tight grip on how and when they must appear. This surrender is not passive resignation. It's an active trust in the intelligent universe that has been orchestrating miracles since the beginning of time. Right now, you've done the work. You've aligned your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs with your desired reality. You've planted seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. You've entangled yourself quantum mechanically with what you want to create. Now comes the sacred art of allowing the invisible forces of creation to do their work. Think about how a farmer operates. After preparing the soil and planting seeds, they don't dig them up every day to check if they're growing. They don't stand in the field commanding the plants to hurry up and sprout. They trust the process. They know that growth happens in the darkness, underground, invisible to the eye before any evidence appears above the surface. The same principle applies to manifesting your desires. The most important work happens in the invisible realm, in the quantum field of possibility, in the realm of synchronicity, in dimensions of consciousness that your logical mind cannot perceive or control. Your job is not to figure out how your desires will manifest. Your job is to maintain the feeling state of having them, and trust the universe to handle the details. This can be challenging for the mind that wants to control everything, that wants to know the plan, that wants to see evidence before believing. But control is actually the enemy of manifestation. When you try to force outcomes, when you insist that your good must come through specific channels at specific times, you actually block the infinite creativity of the universe. The universe has resources you've never considered, connections you've never imagined, solutions you would never think of. When you surrender the how and the when, you allow these infinite possibilities to work on your behalf. You open doors you didn't even know existed. Surrender doesn't mean becoming passive or giving up responsibility for your life. It means taking inspired action when you feel called to act, and resting in trust when there's nothing for you to do. It means saying yes to opportunities that align with your desires, and saying no to things that feel forced or driven by fear. Most importantly, surrender means maintaining your alignment with your desired reality regardless of what current circumstances look like. It means continuing to feel grateful for what's coming, even when you can't see it yet. It means trusting that the universe is working on your behalf, even when external evidence suggests otherwise. As you rest here tonight, practice this sacred surrender. Feel yourself releasing any need to control the timeline of your manifestation. Let go of any attachment to specific outcomes or specific ways that your good must come to you. Instead, focus on the feeling of being someone whose dreams naturally come true, someone who is supported by life, someone who can trust the process completely. Feel the relief that comes with this surrender. Notice how your body relaxes when you stop trying to force everything with your will. Observe how much more space opens up in your mind when you're not constantly strategizing and planning and worrying about how things will work out. This is the space where miracles happen, This is the frequency where synchronicities multiply. This is the state of being that allows the universe to deliver your desires in ways more beautiful and perfect than you could have orchestrated with your limited human perspective. Rest in this surrender. Trust the invisible work that's happening right now on your behalf. Know that forces beyond your comprehension are already rearranging circumstances to bring you everything your heart truly desires. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up from this deep restorative sleep, something will be different. Not necessarily in your external circumstances, although sometimes the changes begin appearing immediately, but in you, in your energy, in your perspective, in the way you move through the world. You will wake up as someone who has consciously collaborated with their subconscious mind to plant new seeds of reality. You will wake up as someone who has quantum entangled themselves with their desires. You will wake up as someone who has surrendered to the infinite intelligence of the universe and trusted it to work on their behalf. This is not the same person who went to sleep tonight. That person may have been worried about the future, uncertain about their worthiness, unclear about their path. But the person who wakes up tomorrow has remembered something profound. They are not separate from the creative force of the universe. They are not at the mercy of random circumstances. They are not limited by their past or their current conditions. When you open your eyes tomorrow morning, take a moment to feel into this new version of yourself. Notice if there's a different quality to your energy, a new sense of possibility, a deeper trust in life. Many people report feeling more centered, more confident, more aligned with their purpose after doing this deep subconscious work. You may find that thoughts that used to create anxiety no longer have the same charge. Situations that used to feel overwhelming may seem more manageable. Possibilities that used to feel impossible may suddenly feel available. This is because you've literally rewired your neural networks during sleep, creating new pathways that support your desired reality. Pay attention to the synchronicities that begin appearing in your life. Notice when people say exactly what you need to hear, when opportunities present themselves at perfect timing, when resources appear from unexpected sources. These are not coincidences. They are evidence that your new energetic frequency is attracting experiences that match your upgraded inner reality. The person you're becoming is someone who expects good things to happen, not from a place of entitlement, but from a deep knowing that they are aligned with the benevolent forces of creation. They move through the world with a quiet confidence, knowing that they are supported, guided, and loved by life itself. This new version of you doesn't waste energy worrying about things they cannot control. Instead, they focus on maintaining their alignment with their desired reality, on taking inspired action when it feels natural, on staying open to receive the gifts that life wants to give them. You may notice that your relationships begin shifting as you embody this new frequency. People who are aligned with your growth and evolution will be drawn to your energy. Situations that no longer serve your highest good may naturally fall away. This is not loss. This is refinement, creating space for what truly belongs in your life. Most importantly, the person you're becoming is someone who trusts the process completely. They know that everything is unfolding perfectly, even when they can't see the bigger picture. They understand that their desires are not just personal wants, but part of a larger evolutionary process that serves the highest good of all. As you prepare for sleep now, set the intention to wake up fully embodying this new version of yourself. Let your subconscious know that you're ready to leave behind any identity that doesn't serve your highest potential. You're ready to step into the fullness of who you truly are. As we complete this journey together tonight, I want you to understand that what we've done here is not a one-time event. It's the beginning of a new way of being, a new relationship with your own creative power, a new understanding of how reality actually works. The seeds we've planted in your subconscious mind tonight will continue growing long after you wake up. Every time you return to the feeling of your desires fulfilled, every time you choose gratitude over worry, every time you align yourself with possibility rather than limitation, you water these seeds and accelerate their growth. Living from your new reality means making choices from the perspective of who you're becoming, rather than who you've been. It means asking yourself throughout each day, what would someone who has everything I desire think about this situation? How would they respond? What energy would they bring to this moment? This doesn't mean pretending your current circumstances don't exist or denying any challenges you're facing. It means approaching everything from a place of inner abundance, inner security, inner knowing that you are supported, and that everything is working out for your highest good. When you live from this new reality, you make different decisions. You say yes to opportunities that align with your vision, even if they feel a little scary. You say no to things that feel driven by fear or desperation. You invest in yourself and your dreams because you know you're worthy of that investment. You treat yourself with the love and respect that someone living your desired reality would naturally embody. You also begin to notice that the universe responds differently to this new version of you. Doors open more easily. People are drawn to your energy. Resources appear when you need them. This is not magic. This is the natural result of aligning your internal reality with your desired external experience. There will be days when your old patterns try to reassert themselves, when doubt creeps in, when it feels like nothing is changing. This is normal and temporary. Remember that transformation is not always linear. Sometimes you take 3 steps forward and 1 step back. The key is to always return to your center, to always come back to the feeling of your new reality, to always choose faith over fear. Make it a practice to return to these feelings regularly. Before you go to sleep each night, spend a few minutes feeling grateful for the abundance that's flowing toward you. When you wake up each morning, take a moment to embody the energy of someone whose dreams are naturally coming true. Throughout your day, whenever you